I think especially with Angel being on that setup, it makes me a little bit nervous. We know this guy goes down early a lot, but it's the aggression already coming out of the defensive side. But it's only going to be the trades. NAVI have managed to settle here.
Aves isn't finished though. He goes back in for another bite, but he's going to be trapped now. Stuck in the elbow. He's holding on to his life for the time being. This 3v3, they could look to pressure him, but the plant and a fight towards short is instead where NAVI are taking in an early battle for Hero. He's managed to take Elite down and leave Sugetsu alone. Both of these players isolated, spread out. It should be easier for NAVI to deal with them. The Sheriff still lurking. Sugetsu grabbing one, but he's so desperately low. It will be Aves with all the pressure. He opened up the round, and now it's his job to close it. Finding the first, sees the step across. On the back of, but Sadik is now. With the well-placed smoke, they might be able to make it into the site.
My camera is destroyed.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance to get the bomb down here. They could actually do some damage.
It's always going to be difficult, especially with how little they have. But they might be able to force some players back. Sadak making his way in towards the smoke, a chance to really farm up some of those orbs, but also at the same time not wanting to get swarmed. The aggression of Alexic will at least make this one a bit more costly. For the rest of the KC players, playing it safe, just going to work as a unit.
They've gotten the spike down, playing close as well. That's nice disruption. We're down to a 2v2 for a moment, but Sugetsu quick to eliminate Xiao, a man up against his former team. Rivalry in the making for Alexic. That's going to be tough to do anything here. He's spamming through, not knowing if they're on the defuse. Now he has that info, but they've invaded the smoke. Alexic takes them down. Halfway already. A full stick, and he's gambling that they've come off the defuse. You look at a team like KC, it's certainly not somewhere that they haven't been before. They haven't felt that pressure in the past. This is a team that will be comfortable. And if they're not, quick timeout, you're speaking to Aang and Zaish. Level heads to level the ship now. Push in from NAVI. A lot of space given. A lot of space granted. Paranoia at the ready, but Alexic, he's seen the cape. He knows there's a player close and there's no cover. He gets away with a freebie. Martine falls on the back of this. A quick rotate towards mid, cut off by Hero. KC, they're struggling till Elite steps up. And even then, the numbers favoring that attacking side. Zavez comes out of his ult. He's still got 3 to deal with. Ruxic is quick to flee market, not offering up that duel, not giving him a chance, but Angel was. He goes down early. The players divided. Xiao still watching spawn. Aves gets another 1v1. NAVI, they're falling apart at the seams. A real chance now for this Phoenix to light up the scoreboard, find this last player. Oh, good. They can't detect him, and Xiao has this done. Martine. Even the gate crash isn't going to get him out of there, and as it's faded, it certainly won't. He's being hunted down by the Prowler. This was an early stack up by KC towards the A site. Aves, who started there, is now pushing B main on the drone. They're taking that space that's left open by NAVI, but they're taking it possibly too late. Martine's gotten away with a freebie. Showstopper goes in though. Alexic looking to claim back that space, and he may get it, probably for free. Well-placed shot may have caught a player. In fact, it may still. It's gone deep. And it won't be landing Martine. It does some damage, leaves him on 66, and a 5v4. Rolling Thunder, though, online with the plant.
That's immediately going to be popped. It denies them the timing on the retake, and it looked like the goal for NAVI was to try and get aggressive. They've been caught in the back, though. Aves has been able to get in behind them. Also spots a second player, can put the molly in to force them out of position. They look to peek together off the back of the flash. But Angel, well, he stepped up on his own. Left it all onto Xiao. Normally good in these clutch situations. The first comes easy, but the second now knows where he is. His ex-teammate standing in his way. And Sugetsu's going to stick it to half. Give himself a bit more time to play with the ball. Xiao, the
first place is well-committed ultimates, and they may be now trailing in the ult economy, but the actual economy very much favored. That Outlaw going to be deadly up against any of these players, and it's already drawn blood.
So for NAVI, obviously you come into this game and you're going to know what composition is coming on this map. Like, do you prefer that? Because obviously, like, take your Haven comp. It's one that you run again and again and again and again. Yeah. Teams are going to come in and try and beat you on it, but that doesn't go very well. Do you think it's a similar case for KC, where it's like, we know they're going to try and counter us, but it almost doesn't matter?
Yeah, I think it depends how you approach it. Like, for us, essentially counter. I don't want to say too much, but we counter-strat ourselves. So we are prepared for even if we play a comp for a long period of time. I think Navi have done really good prep work on this, so like they're not getting caught off by the mid traps at all. The Carmen are trying to set up with the Phoenix Flash.
30 seconds left.
Caught one.
Yeah, I think it's a big advantage for Navi. Especially with the comp change themselves.
Yeah, that's always what I'm a little bit worried about, especially with like, I think the Phoenix is one of those things where when it works, it sort of feeds into itself and gets better and better. And then when it stops working, it looks like the worst agent in the game.
Yeah, it's quite hard to make it work. It's got a very set playstyle, I think, and it is very strong. But if you are aware of the set plays that Phoenix is capable of, and you've got someone in the right anti-flash positions, and you've got good protocols for it, yeah, you can completely shut the player down.
So you're telling me no Woot Phoenix anytime soon?
Good old man. We loved everything.
Okay.
No promises from Neilzinho. This round going as promised. KC able to go back if he needs to, although the TP's gone in. Ruxic, it will be stuck now. He hasn't really got a safe fallback. He's going to go for it anyways, and luckily Ruxic's still behind those boxes, won't be able to catch him. So at least for now, they have a little bit of space, but Ruxic eventually strikes. He's claimed a good bit of control. Martin wasn't wide enough to see him. That could have been an easy punish. Instead, it's going to have to be the retake.
Face your fear!
Just Fury. Utilize and ult on the other side, but Martin's done fantastically well. And now with the dimensional drift can get the remainder of the information, allowing his teammates to rotate much more quickly back in towards this site. Sadak even going to give more info off the back of the drone. They already kind of knew where these players are, but wanted to make sure Hero, it doesn't matter. You can know where he is, but if he lands the shots, it's all irrelevant, and has that crossbar that they need to clear another. Coming up for Hero, and the Xiao Show to close the day.
I guess the way I'd read it, and correct me if I'm wrong, they must be hearing some of the comms from those players and going, okay, they know what went wrong. They've got the right idea. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's happened to us a lot of times. Will be a similar score into this, but they're calling the same solutions that myself and Weber would call anyway. So we just want to give them the autonomy, you know?
Okay, well, Phoenix all went in. Didn't find anything, but it did help out Sugetsu a little. They are managing to make this work, or at least were. The time's starting to tick down, and Ruxic takes that extra space to clone. Will bait out one, but it doesn't matter if Ruxic just continues to tear them a new one. It was a two-player advantage, and it quickly... They are now going to do it a little bit later into the round. Middle, though, has been completely lost, but Elite does well. That opening goes their way, and now they have all the information.
Paranoia from Sugetsu forced him into the open, and Elite was easily able to pick up that, in fact, double. Now KC in another advantageous position, forcing the fight onto Hero. He's isolated, he's alone, and has to win his battle with Aves as Elite takes down Xiao. It's looking like they may be locking this round in. Finally, breaking that streak from NAVI, and there it is. Hero in the floor, and it's only Ruxic, 1 versus 4. We just highlighted him, said he had a great week 3, a great start to this map, but this would have to be something divine.
It's a nice change up from Carmen as well. They went away from their mid trap and went more into mains control. They had the deep Cypher cam and B main. Alt posted up on A, and they just kind of let them have mid.
Still got small chance. He needs this one in Sugetsu. First comes easy. Alt online isn't going to change too much, and they're already on that diffusal. He needs to find the spam, and it just isn't going to be happening.
Pretty close. Reveal is good, but they're a little late getting on it. The reload in process for Martin. They're close in the smoke, invading that space. And well, losing Ruxic on the way. Sadak holding for this player to walk back out. He seemed to know Alexic was there. And now a 5v3, another advantage for KC. And they'll once again look to hold on to that.
Doubling up ready, Angel, he's done well, dodges the flash, but can't quite correct his aim. Even still, they've managed to bring this back into a winnable scenario. Think back to Xiao and Hero just a few rounds ago. They were able to take it over the line from a very similar position. Hero starts it off strong again, and even does some damage to Aves. He'll be able to at least heal back up a little bit. And Xiao is already tagged, but he has already managed to win a couple of clutches for Na'Vi in this matchup, waiting on the corner, and he's going to do it again!
To rip the play open. Hero to follow up on it. Great start. Aves, Elite, though, in for the double. They've completely completely split this push. They've dropped the spike in B main as well. Luckily, the drone is seeing Hero, and Sagetsu's covering his comrades back as Sadik will be pressured and taken down. Sagetsu too, but the problem is the attackers have become the defenders, and they need to push back in to get that spike. Luckily, Ruxic has the ult to claim it.
They were trying to block it, but they failed.
It was against the wall, so they had a chance with just two, but he slips in.
Oh, that's not gone to plan. Well, we were just talking about their losses in clutches. I wonder if there's going to be another one to the tally. That Ruxic even taking the fight versus the ult. You kind of normally expect that players will just leave that one, but feeling confident and maybe not wanting his teammates' position to be given away. It doesn't matter, it's checked, but even still, Alexic finds one. Second traded off his own life. And now Martin back into a 1v1. They seem to be losing every single one of these, but he will take it home this time. A lot of incredible.
All right, complimenting them on, which is avoiding that early Phoenix fight. Here they definitely don't avoid the early Phoenix fight, nor do they avoid Elite. They take both of the players who pushed into B main and made that round a win for KC in the previous, and they eliminate them off the bat. This has fallen apart. This was such a weak investment from NAVI, yet somehow the team that made a 5v2 into a 1v1 just moments ago, they've now got a 1v5 on their hands. It's KC, Martin, all alone. And I guess you got to save that up for...
The one downfall to the Phoenix is it does get predictable the more it goes on. You're only going to catch people off a couple of times, especially this tier of player.
Well, this time it's patient from Na'Vi once again. Waiting for that aggression to come through, and especially in a round like this, you look at the buy that they're coming into the final round of the half with, and it stinks.
Especially the ults as well. It should be an 8-4. If they lose this round with they have the Cypher ult, they have the Fade ult, they have the Breach ult, they just need to group up, go somewhere together. Play Boar and Valorant.
There goes the Breach ult.
That's not ideal.
Oh my goodness! Well, you're a man known for your curses, and I think you might have just discovered the caster curse.
That is the curse. I feel like Sliggy right now. That is unlosable. I'm sorry.
You never know. Maybe he said it at the same time.
Yeah, probably. Fade ult, Cypher ult.
Oh, you got one of them.
Well, the Fade ult's done a lot here. It's done nothing. And it may be sold at least that they'll move towards the B site, but look at the deep position currently in play for Sadik. He's pushed up inside of A main. They'll have to clear him out or have a snake in the grass later, and I think they were just spotted rounding that corner. Sadik immediately knows exactly where to look and strikes onto Hero. Xiao has to plant. Hunter's Fury through. Slams dead to rights. He'll survive at the start, but Sagetsu quickly on his tail.
What about the setup from Na'Vi? The 3-player, actually, basically 5 players mid.
I think they've just gone for a full. They'll have a full set retake. It's going to be pretty strong to hold A, honestly, against this util. But if they allow Carmine to push deep with those sheriffs, it could get really, really hard to retake.
This is the thing, you know, the sheriffs. Both of those players that you see on your minimap are the ones with those big guns in hand. The big irons on their hip or in their hand as it stands. Elite onto Hero, opens it up towards middle, and now the A site having been fully contacted on. Someone needs to be wider there. Yeah, that was a lot of danger for the player planting the spike, but luckily Sadik is able to retreat to safety, unlike Elite.
Yeah, already one comes up for Ruxic and Xiao. Bringing this back into a 3v3 scenario. Ruxic hot on their heels. In fact, he's already jumped down behind them. They haven't even realized.
Ruxic delivering as expected. 8-4 the score on the board, and it's KC playing with Classics, a single Sheriff, and no Sagetsu. He tries a sneaky little through the smoke on mid.
Okay.
Doesn't get him anything. At least they're able to trade out this A main fight, though. Some promise here, especially with Navi having 2 pistols.
They also all have light shields.
Yep.
So this could get really nasty. If Avid, but never mind. Okay, he's been caught immediately. Elite could also opt to try and retrieve that weapon, but I don't think it's going to be happening from this stage onwards. A chance for Alexic to space open on A.
It's going to be Ruxic. A decision to be made. Does he peek it? Yes, he does. It's a headshot onto Aves. They've got the heavy shields on most, but it doesn't matter if you hit a shot like that. An Angel onto Elite makes this an uphill battle for KC. It's all about the climb back. They'll look to go deep to make this happen, to find favor. Sadik, I'm looking towards spawn, and it's Sadik to take down Ruxic. Okay, It's not an advantage, but it's a step in the right direction with Angel on 5 HP. This could very easily flip-flop back in the other direction. Noise being made on shore! Sadic's got another! 2 players falling in the same spot! That opens the door for a flank, but KC decide to turn and look in the other direction. Nice flash, nice follow-up. Sadic with another! And it's Hero who needs the clutch! 5 HP! And the Hunter's Fury sent through! That should guarantee the round! The final pulse takes him off the time enough to close it out. Came to some of those early fights. He's gone for one again. It's Martin dropped and he's not stopping there. Ruxic wants more. It's 3, it's 4. And the last man standing so low. They stole.
Get straight back into it.
Yep, gather their thoughts and.
Well, that was their last pause as well, right?
Yeah, it's very early on.
So they no longer have the chance to try and reset from this. Unless NAVI give it to them, so they almost need a little bit of a comeback first. And while I don't know why they do that at this stage, the spam has already dealt a hell of a lot of damage onto Sadak and Sugetsu. Of course, this is the map choice as well of KC.
Spike planted.
Very low chance for KC to take this across the line. All Navi need to do, and this has been said before.
I'm not saying anything.
I was about to say, that might help KC.
Group up, push together. They're already waiting for Aves to round that corner. The major danger dealt with. Sugetsu fills in the space, playing on backside. Martin's been seized and soon to be dealt with. The classic does damage. In fact, Martin dropping another. This is coming a little close. To dive into this backside as time is ticking away, but now it is just Elite left alive, and the showstopper will find him. They've come off.
No, he got killed. He killed the guy. They're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. I can't believe it. That was just perfect.
Ace on Banana, and he looked like he just received nothing. I've never seen the man crack a smile.
Well, he shouldn't be smiling after that one, because that has gone as badly wrong as it could have been. Maybe the KC coaching staff don't need a pause, and Martinez tried to stick that one. Ambitious, and hasn't worked. This fight's back and forth. Giving an advantage. Paranoia through. Haven't been able to capitalize on it, and Xiao's gone running through the flames. Ruxic still trying his best, but he may just have to do it. Oh, he's dropped the spike at least. They will have to try and retrieve that, both looking to his position. But this man in a clutch, this man in anything in this game so far, there's always a chance, but this time the spacing from Case round than the last one.
I don't think they check Hero here, honestly.
My eyes are down.
Well, that's the decoy. He's not going to be looking left or right, but neither is Sadic. He got taken down through smoke. We'll see how happy he is about that one. Nice play by Hero. Sure, he loses his life, but that's the running back dealt with. The flank from Ruxic that could have had value is put to bed. They can go back. They can take that space in either direction. They can freeze and wait for Navi's reaction. The world is KC's oyster.
When they put that stun through, he must have TP'd past the trip. It really does feel like a lot of it now is them trying to...
Or maybe the clone? Did he send the clone out through the trip?
I meant Ruxic when he was behind them.
Oh, the B main trip.
Yeah, he TP'd past the main trip to try and fight them. They really were just trying to set up Ruxic to win that round for them. And when that failed, it really doesn't feel like there's anything else other than maybe another Xiao miracle. Which, to be fair, there've been a few.
This is too much to... I shouldn't have said that. Should be too much to ask. And he'll be put to bed. All right. Okay, back to normality.
And the Angel 1v4.
All right, calm down.
If he saves the gun, I would take that. But I feel like he's not going to save the gun.
You've seen Angel play before.
I have, yeah.
You don't believe in
good.
I don't think he'll save it.
That's B main cleared completely, but they haven't got middle. That's been taken by KC, and we talked about those mid fights on the defense. Well, there's going to be one here on the attack. Alexic, he evades the smoke, but Martin's waiting, and there's the orb for Angel. But it comes at the cost of his life. Hero finds one, but the numbers of Navi are thinning by the second.
It's not pretty from Hero. In fact, Martin has just taken over this round individually, and the only man has been the bane of their lives for Sugetsu.
And that's what you need with these pistols. You need numbers to play with. And already they've lost one.
Here.
Peek on backside for the info, and Hero ends up losing his head.
This is somewhat all in from KC, really wanting to make sure that they can trade out any fights, but there hasn't been much aggression across the map, so it means that NAVI can hold their 3 players here, but they're not going to catch them with any sort of flank.
Molly in for close corner. Hasn't cleared it fully. Lexic still able to sit down inside it, recovering the Sheriff from his teammate's body, but he joins him in the afterlife. It's tough now to find that value unless mistakes are made and the spams through the smoke are claiming kills. Angel in the 1v5. I dare say it should be a guaranteed round.
It should be. They still get his orb.
That's true, yeah. He's going to get out of here with the ult.
No, I do love an orb, so.
You'd expect that, I'd suppose. And, well, he luckily gets out of there with his life, reacts quick enough.
Yeah, he got away with it. Don't think they expect the off, though. It's a good change-up by now.
Opener's important, but it isn't the crux of the round. At least for now, the B site looks like the play. To run it back, used immediately. Aves has done well to garner space from this position, but I like this from NAVI. Sort of what you mentioned, needing to group up and play as a unit. They have all gone back towards that spawn position, just holding all together.
I also want to see Alexic drop the op here and give it to someone else so he can actually take space and raise.
Oh, well, it's Angel. He's the man taking space. He gets in. Finds himself static. 14 seconds left. Players trapped inside a main spike on the floor. The round should be done. And for a second, I like this freeze call. It's going to make NAVI question if this was all just a ruse and if they're now rotating to that B site that's been left much more open. A couple pieces of utility. The problem is that Alexic's got the angle still. With that op finding another pick, this becomes very difficult.
The Nightfall's just rotated in as well. The timing of this hit could be perfect. It means that Aves is unlikely to lead the charge while having no sound and half HP. Getting to that 30-second marker, if they're going to late hit this, well, you can already see NAVI's read is that they're going to try and go back in the other direction. The read is wrong, but they still have to clear. This man at the back of the site. Not a great position for an operator, but Angel is here. He realizes he's being pressured as well, but Xiao's actually the one to fall. Angel immediately with the trade, and they still have not planted that spike. 12 seconds left, but they've managed to clear Alexic. They brought it back into an even scenario, and although one kill goes the other way, Angel now looks to run in on his own. He's been dealt with. Hero a little bit further behind. And now as they group up, they swing together.
Do everything. Economy now
That's
low.
a mistake. That's a huge mistake.
Double opening. The Outlaw clean and easy onto those light shields. And there's plenty more floating around. Alexic pops the showstopper, tries to hunt them down in the spawn, but they quickly evade it. Aves falling though. This has given them a chance.
Got themselves, yeah, from the shadows to take that spike. Already though, sprinting down on their flank.
I've heard him.
Yeah, they definitely know he's here, but even just the thought of him being in that backline is a problem, but he didn't actually.
It's an interesting setup on site.
He hasn't broken the trip behind either, so they don't actually need to worry about it too much. Sugetsu already spots that first trip. But now there is the spam, perfect from Hero. That second layer has given them that advantage again.
Oh, we said about that Outlaw. It's walking into Hero. The light shield still on Xiao, but Alexic can take a blow from that weapon. There will be only the Outlaw left, flanked up on as well. Only one shot left in the chamber. And with they're going into the smoke top mid. We've seen this a few times from Alexic, trying to just blitz out, but they don't have flashes, so it's all about dry fights, and they've caught Sadik off guard. An opening pick and a route now open for this A-site hit. They'll push in from the back. Martine will play as the snake in the grass, already pushed up in elbow and has a chance.
30
with
seconds
Angel
left.
being a straggler towards that bottom side of the map. But they've already sent Xiao to meet up with him. Xiao loses his life. Okay, Martine with a really good chance. Great flash, but Angel dodges it and takes him down afterwards. A 4 versus 3. NAVI with the advantage.
Yeah, this now becomes very difficult. You don't have that snake in the grass, you don't have the backline, and You're going to need someone like Aves to pop off here, and he's already lost that first fight. Sugetsu does well. The stun will delay them that little bit longer. Nobody facing off it. They don't need to re-aggress. At this stage of the TP is bold, incredibly aggressive. They will be going in blind, though, and that always makes me a little bit nervous when you're up against a KC team, but we've still got to get there first. Already. That utility stacked up on the B site, but it's mid where that fight initially will come in. The Alexic op was a game changer. And it came to the late stages of their defensive half, having impact. And it has done again. Sadak down. And actually, the hero's already found another. This is looking like the beginning of the end.
Don't want to jinx it too soon, but I think this is the first time they've been on the other side of entries.
Oh, well, that should seal the deal. He's going back for more.
Oh, okay.
It's damn close. Now just temper that aggression a little bit. This could still slip away, but it's Sugetsu alone. 1 against 5. An Angel with the jump peek in. The end zone flawless. And the map.
Teams that don't run it. So we'll have to see. If KC win this one, he's going to look like a fool, and I'm going to laugh at him. But it is Rooksik playing the Viper, so I am fairly confident that he at least is going to do well.
Certainly after that first map, certainly after last week. Actually, just generally, yeah, pretty good point. Guy's solid. He's certainly on fire today for NAVI. That was a hell of a way to win out the previous map. Overtime victory. This is their choice. They've changed up their comp as well. So yes, they come in blind, not knowing what KC would run. They also have to have a little ace up their sleeve, and early on, challenge here, flash up for Angel, and it gives Rooksik a free second, a triple kill on the board already, and a knife to close it out! What in the... They're playing against this because the part of the map that's being stolen from them is going to constantly change. However, when the wall goes down, Aves is there waiting, and he's picked up Hero already.
Nice shot from Alexic. I was going to say one of the main components of the delay was those additional smokes that they had, but that controller being down, it should become a little bit more difficult. But if Alexic's going to hit shots like that, it might not matter too much. And look at the read coming out of NAVI. You have this close corner. Well, I was going to say being held, but he turns his back to it. I guess the timing not working out, and now Angel left as a solo holder of A.
Dodge the paranoia at least. He'll catch a free kill onto Martin.
Spike planted.
He was supposed to be taken away by this side push, but they forgot to come and get him, and he's left with a chance now to have that little bit of a hold for his team. But then they're not even watching him! Hello? KC forgot completely about Angel, and it's Sugetsu left on stream.
He seemed happy today, at least. I can understand why. Still has a chance to take top of the group, I believe, versus a certain team. We'll have to wait and see for next week. For now, though, already looking pretty good for the side of NAVI versus the low buy. We saw some very costly low buys in the previous map. If they can clean those up, this could be a very different game.
I mean, for now, it's looking like a different game than the previous map. It's looking like KC struggling to find the identity that is so synonymous with them. I'm not sure what was going on in Alexic's head there, because they lost mid control for a good 30 seconds there with the smoke that was down, and he's just confident they're not coming link.
If he can't see them, they can't see him.
That's unfortunately not how it works, though. So.
There's some small things earlier on that kind of worry me about, even though NAVI are 3-0 up, just the way they're defending on A. They seem very unaware of that kind of mid-connector era.
Well, it's the space where Alexic has died, right? Like, it was Rooksik before.
The Rooksik run
Hero,
before,
sorry. Out wide, who ended up being taken down. Rooksik's being pressured there as well. Like, there's definitely a gap there in understanding. Angels walked through a smoke. All right, well, Rooksik sprayed him down afterwards. Defuse underway. And hey, they got the round. Yeah, round's around, you know? Fair enough. They've still got money. Yes, he'll get one, but the second takes him too long. Too laborious on the initial fight. Rooksik holding strong as they emerge from the smoke, from the orb, or from the wall more so. He'll be taking a free double kill, and from here, KC, they've already made the mistakes. Now it's about attempting a recovery. Martin is at least managed to make it around an
okay.
elbow, and somehow Elite gets a freebie.
Yeah, Angel
Where's
wanted
Angel
that 1v1. Alexic's also low. This could easily fall apart. And already, that convergence path is going to be utilized. Martin now picking up another. It's left to Shao to try and clutch this. It could be another round is around, and as always, the Shao show is there.
Death sentence for anyone to hold it on NAVI. They have the info now that there's a player in main. Prowler went through, it caught Sugetsu, the Seas did too. They know he's there. The split from Link is being watched as well. I think this is the best chance for NAVI to not give away a free pick. Now Link's been backed off on. Alexic invades the smoke, sits there, but it's fading on the way back.
Yeah,
he's in a lot of trouble. No way out. It's an opening for KC.
Yeah, it seemed like Shao fell back, but he stayed aggressive. They have managed to at least catch someone with the Thrash, but they're going to aggress off it. Solid flash as well to help at the time starting to really tick down. Sadak's done well, at least. That will get them site control. An opportunity to spam that one out at least, and it will keep them in an even scenario. They are pushing back towards the position of Rooksick. He's been on, but Martin this time will win the fight. Peeking back in, there was a chance, in fact, for a double. There's a lot of damage done, and Hero has somehow managed to bring this back. It's left all onto Shao. Yet to die. It would have to be a... He's sticking it all the way, and it's the swing at the end of the last. It shows how close these rounds have been when they can't afford to buy. Even still, though, they've managed an upgrade here. Hero, it's an aggressive push. They are just fighting tooth and nail across the map, and this time it seems like they managed to hold on. This little gap, though, makes me nervous. They are going to check him.
Yeah. There's always a risk that you put that Prowler a little too shallow and he is able to survive undetected. He still gets one. Prowler triple swung, gets one. It's a 2v1. It's Shao with a weapon. The man who's a beast in the clutches, but he won't. Prowler left. If he doesn't clear this close right corner, which hasn't been pushed up on by NAVI, they've played passive every round, but they've had the Viper there. This could be a massive downfall. I think they're looking to Prowler deep into elbow. It leaves the space open, and yes, they've given him the chance. Alexic on the board, and then some with a huge board.
He knows how to use wave. Like, you've taken so much space, sure, but you're still giving yourself an isolated one-on-one. And if you can TP back in time, no one can possibly catch you up.
You're going versus Classics, and you've delivered them a rifle. It's so risky. Luckily, you've just got 14 HP. There we go. You got Rooksick to save. In comparison to the previous match, he's just chasing him. They're trying to combine with that convergence path, and even still, it hasn't gone great. Shao is still alive and kicking eventually. They will get that job done.
Time to jump.
It seemed like some health had been lost, but that was off the back of the decay. A while now, a flank already being spotted. This would be a tough one to come back from for NAVI.
I know exactly.
You don't use Showstopper here.
Player standing.
You definitely don't use Showstopper here. They know where he is as well. Double swing to close.
But he will survive.
There we go. Heaven space taken. Refract's going to fade. No way back, but he's fighting forward. Martin only good for one. But that's a lot of space taken and claimed by KC. Spike on the way to be planted. Oh, Hero hits a nice little shot, though.
Oh, this fights everything. This fights everything. And, well, it's the patience of Alexic that gets the job done. Thrash is also going to be able to garner them a little bit of extra information. Two low HP players, and Sugetsu is the main point of contact. Aves almost trying to sell the ruse, keep them looking in this direction, and maybe that will give a chance, but instead it has to be that fallback already. Sugetsu able to trade onto Sadak, but that's not enough. They need more, and wow, there's no chance for Aves. So desperately low on.
Play Angel's opening duels. That was a very skillful shot to hit. He knows his angles. He's gotten one. Trade back here from Rooksick as Elite picks up another, but he won't find Rooksick without major difficulty. Aves and Sugetsu, that's not decay, that's pure damage.
He's gone in alone again.
They've managed to punish Angel. He's on walkabouts. I'm not sure what the idea was, but it was a bad idea. Leave that one on the drawing board. It's KC, sure, they've taken their blows. They're showing scars, but drawing stars around them. The chance now to put 4 on the board before the half is done, but they want to push forward. Tapping the spike again, trying to bait them forward, but Alexic held strong on.
Being used as a free teleport away for both players, but someone who can't really escape was Sugetsu, 10 HP already, and in fact, he'll be dead and buried.
Great openings, good space take. A little isolated there is Ruxa because they were worried about Link, but they should be worried about Sadik. A double for him. Martin with another, and it is Angel, the man of the hour. This time the last one in, but he will be the last one out as well. I like that answer. That's a good
To
answer.
play around like the B side or even in the small cubbies here, I think it can be really strong.
It is already starting to get a bit dangerous. Alexic, another add to the body pile. Well, with these rifles, the close range battle is actually not going to be ideal. Some of these pistols really could do some damage. Alexic up close, the spam doesn't quite clear him, but Aves will be able to do the work that he couldn't. Weaponry actually not retrieved at all either. A few shots connecting, the run through from Hero. They're a little bit wary that maybe someone's got in, and instead Aves has just found absolutely everything. They needed someone to... The NAVI have loved these sort of defaulty rounds. As I said, it's something they do on other maps like Split as well, just playing for that middle control. They have the extra space as well. Alexic just goes a little bit too far, it seems, and Sugetsu will take that all day long.
He's rotating to the right spot as well. Oh, what a shot. Okay, Ruxa.
That's a 1-4-5.
Sadik still drawing breath. Sugetsu comes into position. Sugetsu takes Angel out with a headshot. Now KC have a huge advantage to play with.
I think he legged the Ruxic as well with the same shot, maybe.
That was a 145 from
Yeah, that was the
Sadik.
Sadik Sheriff.
Little Sheriff peek out from this angle. The Hero's just clearing. He's looking for Sadik. Looking for the man who damaged his teammate, but he can't find him. They have fallen back. They're going to play this retake together, and that's all they need to do.
Immediate dimensional drift. They just want to make sure this round is secured. Not looking to take any risks, and while even clearing out Ruxic in an aggressive position, Hero needed. He's found one, but there's a player behind him. He hasn't quite spotted it. Sugetsu once again. Looking for a back-to-back. I mentioned that in the prior round, it was an early stack up from KC, so clearly something they had a read on, and Martin is just waiting in a passive
Headshot?
Down mid.
That was a bloody headshot from Martin. Well done. Even the body would have been enough, but nice connection. Showstopper online for Alexic. Plant coming in.
Spike
I think it's the right time to use it, but a pick or two, and maybe he decides to commit it. That TP was seen, but not dealt with. Damage done, but Hero still good for the fight.
Okay.
He'll find one now. Alexic, he might have an itchy trigger finger when they were in equal numbers. Rethinking it for now. Sheriffs that are left in play still have so much value to find. So many disadvantageous fights that need to go their way. Player up in heaven, gonna catch Alexic off. No showstopper anymore. It's all down to Ruxic. A 1 versus 2, and an outlaw swinging into him. Martin.
The problem is, it's taken them so long to go back that now KC have made that read. Third player already rotating into the A site as they look to begin their split. Showstopper is online though. That could be a difference maker, but he's got to try and find a target. They're all in passive positions, and eventually he'll get that job done. Martin, though, yet to be cleared, but...
Another?
Well, there you go. Ruxic has cleared it, and well, as you mentioned, Alexic picked off one more while low.
He was on 7 HP. They saw him go in the smoke. Hell, you'd think a spam would be enough, but somehow he dodged all those bullets. And for KC, a 2 versus 5. Look, they've got the economy. They can throw themselves at this one if they wish. But the result seems to be fixed in favor of NAVI. That paranoia buys more time, sends them back. I think we're approaching a save call at this point.
It has to be.
It's too much to fight against with too little time. And already there's players from NAVI exiting the site through. And that buys enough time for the rotation to come back to the A site.
It's also the
slower play.
The big advantage of the Yoro as well. Like, he's got a TP back towards B. The Cypher is super chilling right now, and B, he doesn't need to rotate, so they can essentially just stack 3-4 people towards A every time.
Viper's pick could help them to get in. And it will at least get some space. Martin caught, ult in hand. Now he walks back into the pit,
early.
but he's a little early indeed. Hero closer than he expected. He thought they'd respect it and run away. I'm not sure what Sadik was thinking. And now Elite is left alone against 3 and a pit up.
Yeah, the stuns are cosmetic. That's all you need to remember. If Hero's hitting the headshots, everything else is irrelevant. I think the first one, he wasn't even stunned yet. That ult takes a bit of time to get online, and while Elite got a chance here first. Oh, if he was just put onto this B site Cypher setup. Maybe expecting there to be a gamble elsewhere. An early middle push has come in from the defensive side as well, so they'll have the information. Alexic's going to go diving through everything, and while Elite just stuck in the mud, even though they've been caught out by the Nightfall, it doesn't seem to matter, and already Martinez had to retreat.
KC, 4 rounds behind, a man down, Martin half HP. This is going to be a tough game for them to get back into, and it starts with this round, where it's going to have to be an impressive resurgence. Martin with one, but Aves immediately falls, and it's at the hands of Alexic, the KC Crumb. I thought Elite got his trap back. I don't think he did, though. Oh, he did. He repositioned it already. He was so quick with that. Couldn't quite catch it, so he's got some coverage close. It's now broken. Alexic, he's here so early. They don't expect him. And Sanic will be down as a result. That Showstopper's still there to play with. In goes the Seas. It's going to buy them more time. Quite a bit of time indeed, with the whole squad of KC caught. Hell, if a Showstopper went through, that could be game over. And it may well be very soon. Time ticking. And KC need to go. In goes the dash. Hero not able to land the shot. Alexic caught in a fight. He can't pop the Showstopper, and it's all on Angel now. The round will not be won by NAVI.
But they still broke it anyway, so.
Trap set up in middle. 3 players waiting. Again, solid use of the Saturate. A little distraction, and Sugetsu, he's still somewhat stuck in the mud. Will just about be able to escape. Martin's waiting to try and swing off the contact. Actually, Sugetsu spammed out through the box. No help to be had. Dimensional Drift going to be used. Try and find the info of where they're going. With the amount of time left on the clock, this information should hold a lot of value. I assume he's just going to try and escape. I don't know. He's stuck around deep, and Angel again is going to win another fight. Traded out once more, and this flank is a major problem.
I love watching Angel play this game. Red light, stop signs, nothing stops him from running in. And it gets them to kill, gets them to trade out, and now the site control as they take another with Aves down. Sanic is the last man standing. With Alexic gone at the start of the round, the Showstopper seemed to be a win condition that Navi relied on in the previous round. They didn't have it here, but they fought their way back nonetheless. And 13-8 on